I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. I greet all you all with the same universal greeting. You can be the richest to the poorest, the toughest to the weakest. I greet all you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessing of God be with you. Today happened to be Sunday, June the 7th, 2020, about 11:26 a.m. 2020, time of vision, time to change, time for people to wake up. For those of you all that don't know who this young man is right here, I got a chance to meet his mother, some of his brothers and sisters, some of his children, when they came down here to Charleston, Missouri to find out what happened to this 28-year-old black man who had mental issues, who he told the Charleston, Missouri police officers here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County on May the 5th, 2017, that he needed to see a doctor for his mental issues. He was stranded coming from Nashville. He got off course and came to a place where the last place he was able to be alive at, here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, one of the most racist and unjust places that I ever been in the 62 years of my life. Not saying everybody here is prejudiced, but you got white supremacists and black sellout blacks up under the banner of NAACP, under the banner of preachers, bishops, superintendents, white and black, that don't care nothing about what goes on here in Charleston, Missouri when it comes to injustice towards blacks in the 33rd Circuit Court here in Mississippi County and Charleston, Missouri. Not all judges. In the police department, with the chief of police, not all the police, but the chief and some of the other ones. In the sheriff department, not all the deputies, not all the people that work for the sheriff department. In City Hall, I got a chance to take Tory D. Sanders' mother and his family around to all these places. And they got a chance to see how racist it is. But on May the 5th, 2017, this young man supposed to have been going, the Charleston, Missouri Police Department supposed to have been taking him to a hospital to get a mental evaluation. But instead, they took him to the Mississippi County Detention Center where he was murdered. It was some Charleston, Missouri police officers, the then sheriff of the sheriff department back then, and some of his deputies went in this man's cell. They tased him, they pepper sprayed him, they jumped on him. One of them had, the sheriff had his knee on his neck, and they ruled it some type of medical issues that Tory D. Sanders had, just like they did with George Floyd. But didn't no NAACP down here in Charleston, Missouri protest about it? Did none of these black or white leaders, y'all seen this old phony community prayer that they just had, as if they really concerned about what police is unjustly doing to blacks? Look at what's going on now. They talk about my YouTube channel, but I'm the only one from 2017 to this very day talked about the fact what happened to this brother, and they didn't file no charges on none of them. And I give it to the one white Charleston, Missouri police officer who left Charleston, Missouri Police Department and went to Scott County Sheriff Department. He told the sheriff that had his knee on this man's neck, he asked him several times to release it, but he didn't. This guy died. They didn't do no first aid. Now look what's going on now. The Missouri State Conference president of the state of Missouri, him and some other lawmakers is asking that they open up this case again and charge this sheriff and those Charleston, Missouri police officers and deputies with murder. Now look at what's going on. I happen to know the NAACP, Mr. Nimrod Chappell, personally, who's an attorney. I met with him down in St. Charles County when we was fighting to get a brother off of death row which they put a stop, they put a stay to his execution. But listen to this real good, y'all, and they'll show you that none of these black or white people down here cared about this man dying. But look what's going on now. Not from Charleston, Missouri, but look what's going on elsewhere.
New at 10, the Missouri NAACP and black lawmakers are seeking a new investigation into the death of rural jail inmate after a white sheriff placed his knee on the black man's neck. 28-year-old Troy Sanders died in 2017 at the Mississippi County Jail in Charleston, Missouri. A wrongful death lawsuit says Sheriff Corey Hutchinson jammed his knee against Sanders' neck for up to 3 minutes.
Now, listen to that, y'all. This was 2017. You didn't see in this march that they just had down here in Charleston, Missouri, what was it, June the 4th. They didn't speak about that. You heard the NAACP president down here in Charleston, Missouri, what he was talking about. We're going to pray about the Floyd's family, and we're going to pray for the police. Yeah, we can pray for the police. He didn't say pray for Tory D. Sanders, who was murdered in that jail. He didn't say pray for G Unit, who was murdered by a white Charleston, Missouri police officer here in Charleston, Missouri, November of 2011. He's still on the force. He shot somebody in East Prairie, a black man in East Prairie. They transferred him here to Charleston. That's what they do. This NAACP and them leaders that are out there speaking here in Charleston, Missouri on June the 4th, they are hypocrites. Peace be still.